Good morning, YouTube. I don't know, I ran across this clip of this girl. It was just, there's the short clips, the ones that take our attention away, our attention span away from us. My therapist, I don't see him as anyway, he used to be my therapist. Anyway, I saw him the other week. I cut his hair. I said, Dave, what's up, Dave? And he says, do you happen to know the attention span of a goldfish? Like how long it is? I said, no, I don't. He said, it's 8 seconds. I'm like, I wonder how they measure that. But at any rate, he says, do you know the average attention span of an elementary school age child at this time? The average in America. And I said, no. He said, 6 seconds. And I'm like, I didn't even open the camera to talk about this. I'm just like, what? Anyway, 6 seconds. Why did I mention that? I have no idea, but how screwed up is that? So I'm looking at this. Oh, because I'm watching short clips. I make short clips, and I'm thinking, should I stop doing this, the 20-second clips? Because am I adding to the problem? Well, my channel's not for kids, so if they're looking at my 20-second clips from 2020 or what, it's like I don't know that kids would find me. I mean, occasionally they'd find me funny, but I mean, it's like anyway, I'm not for kids. I am not for kids. Just ask my daughter. She's got my grandchildren. She's like, no, Mom, you're not allowed to come here. You're totally screwed up. And I'm like, all right, well, when you decided I'm safe again, I can come down. I can come down, right? Or you can come up. Anyway, God bless her heart. I love her for her boldness to make a decision that anybody she doesn't want to be around her kid. Like, I can talk to her, but she's like, no, Mom, not right now. But anyway, listen, that's not what I got on here to talk about. What I got on here to talk about was I ran into this little clip, a short clip of this girl saying, when you're back in the OBGYN office and you have a 4-month-old at home. And the song was like, bitch, mind your business, mind your business. Because apparently doctors shame women all the time for having babies too close together or too far apart. And when I go down in the comment section, I'm like, God damn. These women are ashamed for having children too close together, too far apart. Like, how dare you have children 10 years apart? What did you... Now your younger child is going to not have a playmate because one is older. Can we ever do it right? Can we ever have our kids spaced out the right way or with the right father or with the right... Anyway, whatever. What was my point? Hold on a sec. Oh, I know what my point was. My point was, I mean, these people saying... They were pregnant at their 6-week appointment, like postpartum appointment. Like after you have your baby, 6 weeks, you go back in for a checkup, make sure, you look good, whatever. How? How are you pregnant? I mean, I honestly do not understand unless they're not nursing. Which, I mean, not everybody nurses. Which will prevent ovulation if you're nursing exclusively. Sometimes it doesn't work. I get it, but for the most part, if you are nursing exclusively, you will not be ovulating. Secondly, you are still bleeding. Well, most people. Maybe I didn't bleed for 6 weeks. Maybe it was 3, 4. Anyway, but my body was snapped right back because I nursed exclusively, and the doctor was thrilled. He was like, your cervix is amazing. Thank you. It's like, well, I got I'm stretchy. But anyway, I didn't stretch when she was born. I had a 4th degree from the cervix through all the way down. The only thing that didn't tear was my cervix. I tore straight through from my colon. I could not engage in any kind of activity that would create a baby it was a little over 6 months. I was absolutely terrified. I was never going to be able to do it again. It felt like literally a serrated steak knife was the pain was absolutely excruciating. And I almost had to have a resurfacing done on my butthole. I mean, the thing, I finally laid back and got a mirror, and I'm trying to look at I know, TMI, everyone. This is 30 years ago. What formerly looked like a pucker now looked like a jagged lightning bolt. And I absolutely did go doodly-doos in my pants. Absolutely. 3 times it happened. I was at my friend's house. I'm like, I gotta poop. I already just did it. I mean, it was instantly, I was just calling up I was calling the hospital, the Army hospital, the surgeons, and I was in Maryland at the time with my mother, and I'm like, I got to get surgery. I'm terrified. She's like, got to get surgery on your asshole because you can't keep pooping your pants. I'm like, I know, right? Well, I called my pastor. I called my pastor's wife. They were in Tennessee. I used to go to church back then. I went to this Presbyterian church at the time. And I talked to his wife. I said, look, this is kind of like really hard to talk about, but I can't have sex. It hurts so bad, I can't even believe it. And I'm pooping my pants. Can we pray for supernatural healing of my butthole? Because I am absolutely terrified to have this surgery. We prayed on the phone together. The next day, I don't know, just wanted to look. I promise you, I'm not lying about this. Yes, you could see the scar between my baby, my baby slide and, the evacuation opening ceremony it was, I swear to you, it was freaking almost round. I was like, what? What? So, the power of prayer. I did not mean to talk about this. I'm so sorry. I will put a warning on the title. What I wanted to talk about was, how are these women having sex within 2-3 weeks of giving birth? I guess it doesn't hurt. I guess they didn't. Now, I've seen births happen where they didn't tear. And I just want to tell you, women, you are so lucky that you do not know what this kind of pain is like. When my daughter gave birth, she just looked like a rubber band. It looked like literally a cartoon. It just went, beer. I mean, her body just went, beer. She had what amounted to a paper cut. I was so thrilled for her because she had no idea the excruciating pain that I went through after delivering her and going home. It was like I barely walk. It was absolutely terrible pain, nerve damage, all kinds of shit going on. And she just jogged on down the road like nothing happened. She just had another one a year ago. So her babies are 9 years apart. And it is absolutely wonderful. My 10, well, now she's 10. My granddaughter, who's 10, is flipping around doing gymnastics, and she is helping her mom with the baby and loves her so much, and the baby loves her so much. And for people to supposedly maybe say something to my daughter, like, what are you doing this 10 years apart for? What the fuck is your problem? What is your problem? OBGYNs? I mean, what is it? Like, your job is to make sure you're going to help these women have a safe pregnancy, looking good, looking healthy, looking good. That's what your job is. Your job is not to say, what the fuck you do this for? That's your mom's job. Like, no, your mom shouldn't say that to you either. But seriously, like, what the fuck you doing this for? It's like, mind your business, And and they insisted to me after that 4th degree terrible tearing of my body. They insisted to me, if I didn't take these condoms, I was going to be pregnant in 6 weeks, you stupid bitch. I'm sorry, what? I'm 25 years old. I've been married for 4 years. This is my first baby. And you're insulting me. Telling me you stupid ass is going to be pregnant in 6 weeks. I have just been literally gutted. Almost killed. And you think I'm going to let him slip his wiener in? Are you kidding me? It took over 6 months to be able to touch it without me going, oh, the pain was freaking horrifying, okay? The insults. I mean, it took them over an hour of layers and layers and layers of stitches, and they thought I was going to go home and my husband was going to jam something in there. Are you fucking serious right now? All right, OBGYNs, mind your business. Stop it. Stop it. Okay, I just want to say, I still feel some type of way about the fact that I had so much trauma and pain in that area. I am jealous. I am. I didn't mean to be. I didn't want to be. I'm jealous of the women that were able to just slide a baby out. Man, I would love nothing more than to know what it felt like well, maybe not. Maybe not. I'd love a lot of things more. But to push a baby out without ripping from the top, from stern to stem, and just be like, what? I don't think it was supposed to go that way. Why was my body unable to give birth without ripping, like literally just splitting wide open like somebody took an axe to me? I don't know. And then, see, I broke up with that husband and he remarried and had another child And he wasn't even there. The baby came out so fucking... They said to her, she went in for an appointment for a checkup, and they're like, oh, can you push? And the baby just literally flopped the fuck out on the table, and she called him at work and said, the baby's here. He said, goddamn! When Karen gave birth, it looked like she said to her, it looked like a cow had been slaughtered and thrown on top of her body. That's what he said to her. So yeah, what the fuck, dudes? Anyway, that was a golf baby. My oldest was a golf baby. We were lined up in the halls. There were so many, you either got pregnant, divorced, or both after you got back from the Gulf War. In 1991, I got pregnant with Morgan. And yeah, she came out like, well, I missed the first month, I think. And then I got boom, boom. We had been trying before he left, I think. Not trying not to have a baby. So we were kind of winging it at that point. But then we got back, we're like, yeah, let's do it. Why not? What the fuck, you know? And there she is. It's been 30 years, you know. Anyway, yeah, I'm jelly. I'm jelly of the women that can do it after birth without feeling like somebody's taking a chainsaw to their Susie. I'm jealous. It's all right now. I don't have any pain associated with it. I would have it every now and then, a little bit. And if my hormones become out of whack, I will get stabbing pains in the scar tissue from the episiotomy. But I'll tell you what, it's a sign for me to address my hormones, and then I do, and it goes right away. Zip, zippity doo-dah. So that's interesting, right? Okay, this is for the ladies or the men who be like, look, dude, it's really painful. You have... Take my word for it. If you're like, if your wife is like, no, it hurt, and you're like, come on, man, like, no, don't say that to her. Don't. All right? And what are those little yoni eggs or the I mean, if you've got pain, you might have to look into the yoni egg thing, or they come in that little wand, anyway, it's so smooth, it could help you get through that painful period. And get something super smooth that's not gonna drag the skin. Oh! Anyway, God bless y'all people out there making love and making babies. God bless y'all, okay? Don't listen to them. Don't listen to them. Peace out, YouTube. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for talking about my other end.